Daughters of the Dust. Written by B. A. Carroll. Episode 3, 21 minutes. And now we continue with our story. Aurora returns to the mining tunnel command cave to find Athena and her half-dozen rebels huddled around a captured Dax data pad. Their faces grim with frustration, she approaches just close enough to hear Athena.
It's useless. Another dead end. The encryption is military grade, beyond corporate. It's like a black box.
One of the rebels, a young man named JAX, slams his fist on the rock table.
We've tried every bypass we know. Nothing.
Aurora speaks up, stepping in closer.
That's because you're trying to pick a lock. This is a vault. You have to know the architect.
Athena spins around, her expression hard.
And what would you know about it? Come back from your walk in the canyons with all the answers?
Aurora ignores the barb, stepping forward and examining the interface. Her eyes narrow in recognition. The branching security protocols, the false directories. Her blood runs cold.
I know this architecture. It's an Imperial Black Site encryption. Kalen acquired a few data caches from Fringe Worlds. I'm the one who cracked it for him. Let me see it.
Athena hesitates, then gestures curtly. Aurora's fingers fly across the holographic interface, not with brute force, but with an unnerving familiarity, bypassing tripwires and rerouting security pings. A skill she learned from marauding, the encryption wall dissolves. The files that open to Aurora are earth-shattering. Schematics, biosignatures, mission parameters.
Dax isn't a corporation. It's a cover. This is from the Imperial Research Bureau, Bioweapons Division Athena.
What are they looking for? Gyre tube travel. What is that, Aurora?
A theoretical way to travel through dimensional space. But look, this is the primary project. Project Leviathan.
Schematics fill the screen. A massive sonic device, a resonance projector, designed to emit a frequency that targets the unique biology of the Mal-Sashari, canceling out their navigational senses. It's a sonic cage.
They're not here for ore, Athena. They're here to hunt. They want to capture a Mal-Sashari.
The animosity between them evaporates, replaced by a shared, terrifying understanding. Athena, whispering.
The Empire. Here, after all this time. Why? Why would they want one of the creatures?
To study it. To weaponize it. If they can control a creature that swims between the folds of reality, they can control reality itself. We have to warn Ilera, and we have to destroy that device. If they succeed, they won't just build a single base here. This whole planet will become their private laboratory, and they will never, ever leave.
The Daughters' Sanctuary is a hive of activity. The Daughters, their quiet grace turned to martial readiness. Prepare for battle. Ilara stand alongside Athena's scruffy rebels. It's a tense but unified alliance of ancient tradition and guerrilla tactics.
The machine is in their main base, at the heart of the old relay station, a fortress. They will activate it during the convergence, when the vortex is at its lowest and most powerful, making the Mal-Sashari most vulnerable.
Aurora, pointing to a holographic map.
Athena, you and your fighters will create a loud, messy diversion at the eastern gate. Draw their main force away. Make them think it's just another hit and run.
A diversion? That's it? And you, Ilera?
The Daughters have an old way, a song of the deep sands that the sky rays hear, a call. Aurora will guide it.
Athena stares at her, then at Aurora, incredulous.
You're going to call one? On purpose? Are you insane?
They want a Leviathan? We'll give them one.
A few hours later, further out in the flats, just after dusk. as explosions and gunfire from the initial diversionary assault echo from the distant Kerondax base. Aurora and Ilara stand with the daughters. They sit in a circle, in a wide, shallow depression, holding hands, their eyes closed, looking inward. They begin a low, resonant chant that seems to make the very air vibrate. High above, in the roiling purple clouds of the vortex, a shadow detaches itself. The Mal-Sashari descends. It is magnificent and terrifying. But as it nears, it seems to shudder, disoriented. It veers away from their call, drawn toward the base. A high-frequency hum, just at the edge of its hearing, begins to emanate from that direction. Ilara, eyes snap open.
It's not working. Their projector. They've activated it early. The frequency is a cacophony, a scream. It's blinding them to our song. It's in pain, confused. It can't see the target.
Aurora, with a grim smile.
Then I'll give it something it can't ignore.
Aurora sprints for the Nomad. She powers it up and rockets into the sky, directly into the turbulent vortex. The medium ship is tossed like a leaf. She flies straight at the Mal-Sashari, her ship a gnat to its leviathan form. She buzzes its massive, ray-like head, firing short, harmless bursts from her cannons against its armored hide. She opens a comms channel, not to speak, but to broadcast. She converts the daughter's powerful, rhythmic chanting into a compound frequency, then beams it directly at the creature from her ship's external sensor array. A focused, pulsing beacon of pure aggression. The Mal-Sashari's immense head turns, its gaping, circular maw, lined with rows of teeth and undulating tendrils, opens. It is now focused entirely on her. She has its undivided, agonized rage. Aurora, into comms to Athena and Ilara.
I've got its attention. I'm bringing it in hot. Clear the field.
She banks the ship hard, the Mal-Sashari in tow, leading the enraged creature on a direct collision course with the Kerondax base. Nearing Kerondax base, the Mal-Sashari, a creature of storm and fury, descends upon the base. It doesn't just attack, it erases it. The resonance projector almost instantly goes silent, crushed under its weight. The creature's massive body and the downdraft from the vortex obliterate the structures in a whirlwind of sand, twisted metal, and a wave of psychic terror that sends the surviving troopers streaming into the desert. Athena and her rebels can only watch in awe and horror from a safe distance. The twin suns rise on a scene of utter devastation over the wreckage of Kerondax base. The Mal-Sashari is gone, returned to the chaos of the vortex. Aurora lands the Nomad near Athena. The sisters approach each other through the smoldering debris, the morning light catching the dust motes in the air. Athena, her voice small, trembling.
I watched your ship go into the storm. I thought you were gone.
Aurora, flashing a forced grin.
I'm harder to kill than I look. I also won't leave you alone again, Athena. Ever.
Athena closes the distance in a rush, wrapping her arms around Aurora. It's a desperate, clinging embrace. For the first time in 6 years, they hold each other as sisters. The brief moment of reunion between Aurora and Athena is broken by the insistent pings from Aurora's side. A crackle comes over the Nomad's still-open comms. The private, encrypted channel, then the sound of Colleen's familiar, gravelly voice.
Aurora, pick up. I pulled a ghost message from the Imperial chatter. High priority encryption, fleet level communique. You're not gonna like it. I'm patching it through.
Ilara and the daughters emerge from the dunes, their faces solemn but victorious. For a moment, there is a sense of peace. But as they reach the Nomad, a new voice, cold, clipped, and official, plays over the external speaker.
Confirmed reports of unsanctioned bioweapon deployment by IRB on planet designation Q 33009M6. Local designation, the Dust. Additional intelligence suggests the fugitive cell Daughters of the Throne may be active in the sector. Standing Order 734 is authorized. Investigate and confirm. If hostiles are present, eradicate them with extreme prejudice. Destroyer, vengeance en route.
Kalen's urgent voice returns.
They're not just coming for the rogue science team, Rory. They're coming for the daughters. They're coming for you. Get out of there. I'm on my way.
Aurora stares at her console, where Kalen's signal blinks, a promise of aid, or different kind of conflict, she wonders, as she looks at Athena, whose face has hardened again, not with resentment, but with the grim determination of a soldier who knows the real war has just begun. Ilara joins them, her face grim. Her simple robes are stark against the twisted metal. The three of them form a tense council amidst the ruins. Aurora speaks first.
Standing Order 734. It's an eradication protocol. They won't leave survivors. Or witnesses.
Athena, her jaw set.
Let them come. We fought off their pet corporation. We can fight them too. We'll bleed them in the canyons, one squad at a time. What say you, Ilara?
A Star Destroyer is not a squad of troopers, child. It is a judgment from the sky. We've only survived this long by staying hidden. We must return to the sanctuary, seal the ways, and trust to the silence that has always protected us.
Aurora slowly shakes her head.
You can't hide for long from an orbital scan, and you can't fight a destroyer with assassin's blades and a few stolen rifles. Both of your plans are suicide.
So we just run away? After everything we've endured over the last 9 years, escaping the Imperial Court's chokehold, following the sacred star charts to dust our ancestral home. And that's your answer, Aurora? To flee?
Kalen is on his way. He's our only chance to get off this rock before they burn it to cinders looking for us.
They won't destroy the planet. They still want to learn the secrets of the Malsashari. You've only set them back for now, but they have not given up.
All the more reason for a temporary retreat.
A few must remain here, perhaps a group of 10 or 15 that would be too few for them to easily find or track, and you'll need the intelligence they can gather when you return?
No, Athena, you cannot stay behind. I know that's your next suggestion, and I will not allow it. If anyone stays, it will be me.
How is that better? You've been gone for 6 years, while I've been here since the daughter's arrival after fleeing the Emperor Court 10 years ago. I know this planet and its people far better than you now do. Where to hide, who to trust for help and supplies. I'm one they know will not betray them if caught. I am better suited to survive this task. Then are you, sister?
Aurora makes to further her argument against Athena's plan to remain on Dust, unable to even consider parting from her after their recent reunion. But she gets unexpectedly interrupted by the daughter's matriarch.
You would put our fate in the hands of the same void scum that stole you from us and then abandon us to him. That is not a plan. It is a surrender of the soul.
It's survival. Yours and the other 100 daughters' survival. I cannot do both things, and leaving Athena behind is not something I can do. Either she comes with me, or I will remain as well, Ilara.
Again. Don't you mean not something you can do again? But like that first time the choice is beyond your control to dictate its outcome. Events have been determined by fate or destiny, whichever you choose to blame. But it makes no difference to the outcome.
Their argument is suddenly cut short by a low rumble that vibrates through the sand. It's not the wind. A shadow falls over them, vast and blotting out the suns. It is not the sleek, brutalist form of an imperial ship. This is something else. Ugly, powerful, a scarred and weaponized freighter bristling with aftermarket turrets. As the Chimera lands with an arrogant roar, kicking up a storm of sand and disrespecting the silence of the desert, the main ramp lowers. Kalen strides down, flanked by two of his heavily armed crew. He wears patchwork armor, trophies from 100 raids, and a smirk that owns the space. He looks past the others, his eyes locking on Aurora.
Heard you were making a mess, Rory, so I came to see the fireworks.
He grins, and Lara and Athena stare back, their faces masks of pure contempt. A short time later, within the Daughter's sanctuary, the brutal functionality of Kalen's gear is a vulgar intrusion in the serene, organic beauty of the crystal cavern. He walks through the hydroponic gardens, unimpressed, his boots scuffing the sacred ground. Ilara, Aurora, and Athena stand before him. The other daughters watch him from the terraces, their silence a palpable judgment.
Nice cave, a bit damp.
Kalen's attention switches from his surroundings to Aurora, Ilara, and Athena, the three occupants standing in the center of the room.
The Vengeance will be in orbit within a standard day, maybe less. Their blockade will be absolute. Nothing gets in or out. I can get you clear before they lock this rock down, take you to a neutral port in the outer system. No questions asked.
Athena scoffs.
And your price?
Kalen's eyes gleam. He ignores the question, his gaze sweeping across the ancient, glowing crystals and the impossible gardens.
I don't want your credits. You likely don't have enough anyway. And I don't need your supplies as I've got my own.
He stops, turning back to them. His charismatic smirk is gone, replaced by sharp, naked ambition.
I want your greatest secret. The one thing that's kept you safe and hidden all these years. Your pre-imperial star charts.
The blood drains from Ilara's face. Athena's hand instinctively goes to the knife at her belt. Kalen, a hungry look in his eye.
Navigational data for the old ways, the lost paths, a map to the unmapped territories. Now that's the way to becoming a king instead of just a captain.
He looks from Ilara's horror to Athena's fury, finally landing on Aurora's pained, conflicted face. He knows he has them.
And everyone stopped with the looks of betrayal. Aurora didn't break her oath to the daughter, so at least not knowingly. But when you're sick from infected wounds, you tend to hallucinate and unknowingly speak of things you shouldn't.
He shrugs, as if the matter of how he came upon the information is unimportant. The fact was that he had.
I knew you were capable of any number of horrible things, Kalen, but I came to trust you. This betrayal is unforgivable.
Without another word, Aurora's hand goes to the hilt of her blade. But expecting her reaction, Kalen's blaster is already pointing at them.
I made certain to not be within arm's reach of the lot of you before revealing my price. Besides, you would have had to reveal the map's existence to me eventually. How else would you reach a safer hole than dust to hide from the Emperor?
He backs further away from the center of the cavern and the three daughters before putting away his sidearm away.
Nothing personal, Rory. In truth, I would sacrifice my life for you, but not my ships, nor the lives of my crew, not without some reward of equal worth to hand them show for it. I owe them that for being loyal to me.
Aurora could hear the hurt in his voice as he spoke of loyalty, and some of her anger subsides. After waiting a moment more, he turns to leave.
I will await your answer by my ship. Do not make it a long wait. Your time is short. The Vengeance could arrive any moment.
The debate rages over an hour within the daughter's chamber. Kalen and his crew stand on the ramp of the Chimera, giving them space. The alliance of rebels and daughters is fraying, taking sides behind the two sisters. Athena makes her final case.
We just won a victory, Aurora, and now you want us to hand our secrets to him and run? This is the same as surrendering to the Empire. It's cowardice.
There will be no home left to win back. Because if we stay, this mountain will be turned into a crater of glass. I've seen what men like him do, and I've seen what the Empire does. He's just a pirate. The Empire is a plague.
I'd rather die fighting for this world than live as a pirate's charity.
You might die fighting. The others of Dust will just die. Is your pride worth their lives?
Athena flinches, speechless. Ilara watches the sisters, her face a mask of sorrow. Suddenly, a high-pitched whine echoes through the canyons, growing rapidly louder. Aurora, eyes go alert.
It's a probe drone. Everyone take cover.
She shoves Athena toward the cover of a massive crystal formation. The others scramble for shelter.
Stay still. The crystals will mask our heat signatures. Don't move. Don't even breathe.
An Imperial probe drone screams by overhead. Its red optical sensors sweeping the area in a precise, deadly pattern. It slows for a heart-stopping moment, then accelerates and vanishes over the ridge. The silence it leaves behind is terrifying. The close call shatters Athena's defiance. Hiding here is no longer an option. The clock is ticking and time is short. The end of episode 3. Thank you for listening, and please continue supporting the Sci-Fi Taco podcast.